Hello everyone, welcome to, I guess, an update video. It's been a while since I've done any videos. Don't have a tripod right now, so I apologize if it's a very shaky cam, especially once I start going through stuff. But I'm here to basically start another painting challenge. I know I haven't really been too good at finishing paint schemes or paint jobs. Whole bunch of goals, not really any progress. Definitely a problem, but this time doing forums. The last one I did was Warboss Tay's May painting challenge last year, not this year, and it worked out pretty good. So this May was really bad month for me, so I just decided keep doing what I was doing and not worry about Warhammer at the time. I took a break from Warhammer, have been out of almost all aspects of it except for commission painting. I did a couple commissions. But besides the point, I'm attempting to do a 2,400 point challenge. I'll leave a link to the forum below if you're interested in joining or just want to see progress on different people's videos throughout the year. Actually, I don't think they're doing many videos. It's primarily just going to be pictures and talking about it because it's a forum. But they might have links to YouTube channels you haven't heard of or whatever, and we'll find that out later. I'm also created a blog. First time ever doing that. Hopefully I'll stick with it. I'm not 100% sure. And it's basically just going to be progress, pictures of final projects, conversion work, stuff like that. I might go picture heavy and just go crazy. I don't know. But moving on, I might not be doing a lot of YouTube videos for this. My main focus I want to work on is painting, get some stuff done. And my computer right now still sucks, and the render time and stuff like that just takes up so much time, and with work and everything it just takes a lot of unnecessary time just to put up a video. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of been holding off on it for so long. But moving on, the challenge is broken up into 200 point increments. So your goal for 1 month is 200 points, then your next month is 200 points more, so on and so forth. Show a quick overview. So there might be a couple videos, like I might do when I finish a unit, I might do when I build a unit, I might do a whole bunch of videos, I might do it when it's all done. I'm not making any promises, just know I will try. So it's a 1-year goal, so I'll be starting September 1st. This is kind of getting it all out so I know what I have to do. And some of it's in various progresses. For example, these Devastators have paint on them. Their base coat is almost done. So obviously they won't take as long as, say, up back there on top of the crate is the other Devastator squad, which aren't even fully built. Actually, I don't own enough models, so I have to buy models. I actually don't really have the money in the cards right now for it. I will in a month or two, but so they won't even be a thought for at least the first 2 months. But that's part of the list. So as far as the 2,400 points goes, and why I chose what I chose, there's been a lot of tournaments going on. The community here has been, getting semi back into it again, and my friends have been looking to travel a little more to tournaments. So I decided on an 1,850 point list, because that's a typical tournament list, and I went fairly competitive with this one. Shaky cam there. Basically so that I can go to a tournament. That's what it's designed for. And to make the difference in 2,400 points, I did the difference of if I can't take formations, so whether the tournament doesn't allow it, or I'm playing a friendly game and I don't want to, or if they don't allow a knight, because it is technically a super heavy or Lord of War, and some of them are just straight out banned just to make tournaments a little less competitive. So the list makes room for that so that I can drop those things and still be able to do a list at 1850. So that's the main goal. Sorry, I have this written down. I'm just trying to go through the points. Alright, so the list and showing of the models. That's where we're at. So first up, we have the big guy. Zoom in. The Imperial Knight. As you can see, he's almost built. Actually, he is built. He's just in pieces for painting. He has to be primed as well. And I am doing the double battle cannon, so the double-barreled battle cannon. 2 Strength 8 AP3 large blasts, 74-inch or 72-inch range, and the Reaper Chainsword. So, and he has 2 heavy stubbers, which are weaker heavy bolters, basically. But basically, he's infantry, so if we're against orc players, you can drop down 2 big templates and just destroy a bunch of guys. Marines, kill a bunch of guys, stuff like that. He's just good to soak up a lot of fire and run around causing trouble. I have a formation with the Skyhammer Annihilation Force, consisting of a 5-man Devastator squad with 4 las cannons in a drop pod. And the guys up there not built are Grav Cannon Devastators, so there's 4 of them and a sergeant in another drop pod. And then behind the drop pod, back there, I have Assault Marines. I'm using Sanguinary Guard as my sergeants just because I want to paint them, and it might give me motivation to finish the unit later on. So it's a 5-man assault squad with a single flamer, so that they can deep strike in, shoot some flamers, or it's more for the counter charge, getting the extra flamers in there. And there's 2 squads of those. That's the formation. The second formation, go up here. This guy right here is my conversion for Tigurius, the super librarian that everyone uses in Death Stars. I'm not really, well, technically it is a Death Star. Not as good as most top level competitors, but he is what he is. He's joined by a librarian, level 1, a librarian, level 1, and a librarian, level 1. So, Psychic Conclave. In-game, I tested it out just in a test game, and I put them in the drop pod with the Devastators with Grav, and they come in, they definitely wreck lots of stuff. The ability to give the Grav Cannons ignore cover, or fire at full ballistic skill on Overwatch, or reroll to hit, or invisibility, or all kinds of things, or the ability to move another like 18 inches away, at like just so good. They are a target. This is why I have the Knight, the Assault Marines, and the other Devastators, just kind of shock and awe, basically. And then we have a Librarian on a bike. So that's him currently. Gonna be building him, converting him, doing all kinds of stuff to him. He's a level 2 with a Storm Shield, just so he can stay alive a little bit longer. And with him, we have a squad of 4 bikers, 2 with melta-guns, squad of 4 bikers, 2 with grav guns. So because I have a character on a bike, that makes these guys my troop. So they are my objective secured troop. Then we have, back there, a crate. I don't know if anyone watching my videos has actually used them. They are amazing. They only offer like a decent save, but they come with ammo boxes that allow any unit within 6 inches of it to reroll 1s to hit. So I can park Devastators on it. I can park bikes. Bikes won't really matter, but or even the Knight, allowing him to reroll to hit, which is pretty crazy. The barrels give Flamer's Torrent. Now in this list I don't have any, but it's still part of what it is. It can have 2 Storm Bolters on it, which I'm not using right now because basically it's 40 points to allow my bikes to hide behind turn 1 and then they run out. That's all it's for. But in game, I was playing against a friend and he lost. I was playing Orcs versus Harlequins, and he lost a Death Jester to 1 because it was a Xenos attack, and it just killed him. It was absolutely hilarious. Got me first blood before my turn even started. Another friend was playing, and the one container had Xenos in it, and it did 1 hull point to a Rhino and 3 hull points to another Rhino. And because he was playing Sisters of Battle, he was able to save one of them, so it didn't didn't die, which is hilarious considering an objective almost took out a Rhino, which, yeah, definitely changes things. And then we have a Storm Talon. So one of those. So that is my 1850 point tournament list. And you might be thinking, you can see another Storm Talon and have a whole bunch more bikes. And you're right. This over. So to change it up so it's not formations, so I lose the Assault Marines and Devastators, I lose the Librarian Conclave. I would still have Devastators in my army, and I would still have drop pods in my army, so they're still okay. Even if the drop pods are empty, I can just drop them on an objective somewhere and make them go get it. Or if the Knight can't be used, I need options. So I'm doing, back here, we have a command squad. Now I'm having 3 with grav guns, the sergeant, and then over here is the apothecary. So obviously lots of bits right now. Everything's still being built, part of the Storm Talons, everything. But the command squad, all on bikes, so the librarian can join them, or he can join the other squad and just run around. I would leave Tigurius in the list, or a librarian. Then in here, the light, can barely make out some Terminators. We have 5 Assault Terminators. They're more because I like painting, or I like playing Terminators. I know they're not used very often, but they're nice. Oh, I forgot you had those, kind of thing. There's 2 with Lightning Claws, and 3 with Thunderhammer Storm Shields. Then we have the second Storm Talon, which I said, so we have 2. So we can do kind of a air superiority thing, just kind of outflank and cause trouble. And then we have 4 Marines. See 2 of them in black there. And 2 of them in black at the back there. Now, they're just stock Marines. But in the list, without the guys, I had to make up some points. So adding a couple Marines to the Devastator squad is good. And it gives me some basic Marines in the long run. Which, of course, you need Marines. So when I play a non-competitive list and I actually want to, not take elites as troop and stuff like that, then I'll have more Marines. So breaking it into increments, because it's 200 point increments for the challenge. Now these aren't in order, and the points won't match up. So for example, the first 200 points, which might not be the first, could be the last, who knows, is the Knight. Now the Knight's 375 points, so the next month challenge would be the single crate, which only cost 40 points. But together, they cost 415 points, which keeps me on track. So I'll have the Knight as one, the crate as another, 10-man assault, so both assault squads together as one, the Grav Devastators with a drop pod, Las Cannon Devastators with a drop pod, the command squad, a Storm Talon and a Librarian, a Storm Talon and a Librarian, Tigurius with the 4 Marines, the Melta bikes with a Librarian, and the Grav bikes with a Librarian on a bike, and the 5 Terminators. So those are my increments. What order I do them in, I have no idea. I'll probably just be like, I feel like painting this today, and start working on it. And yeah, so that's it. That's where I'm at. Oh, and a display board. You might see the magic box here. In the display board, I don't know if I show this in another video, there's 2. One lengthways that way and one this way over here that are built into the display board and actually pull out, so you can put dice, measuring tape, any extra stuff in there, and then close it, and you're good to go. And then a basic display board. I was just pulling things out to see how they fit on it. That's not necessarily how they're going to be. I'll probably have both drop pods down and the Knight up top or something like that. But that's that. That's the video. Bunch of other bits and stuff I'm working on for this project. And I might have projects on the go as long as it goes, as long as I'm on track. This will be my main focus. But there it is. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully we'll have a finished army by the end of the year. See you later.